Hi children, how are you all? Do you know tenses? Today we are going to study about different types of tenses. Tenses are the form taken by a verb to show the time of an action or the state of any event. Mainly, there are three types of tenses. They are present tense, past tense, and future tense. They are again subdivided into 12. That means in present tense there are four subdivisions. In past tense also there are four subdivisions, and in the same manner in future tense also there are four subdivisions. They are in present tense we can subdivide it into four as present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Also, the past tense also can be subdivided into four as past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. In the same manner, future tense also subdivided into four as simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Generally, present tense tells about an action that is happening right now. Then, past tense tells about an action that is already happened. Then, future tense tells about what? Future tense tells about an action that is going to happen. Okay, is it clear? Okay, now we can look at the forms of these verbs in detail. Let's look at it. First of all, let's look at the form of present tense. Present tense expresses an unchanging, repeated, or any action that exists only now. The rules of this tense is as follows. First of all, look at the form of simple present tense. It is as follows. Subject plus V1 form of the verb plus object. Now let's look at the form of present continuous tense. It is like this: subject plus am or is or are plus V1 plus ing plus object. Now look at the third tense, that is present perfect tense. It is like this: subject plus have or has plus V3 form of the verb plus object. Now let's look at present perfect continuous tense. Its form is like that: subject plus have or has been plus V1 plus ing form of the verb plus object. Is it clear to you now? Let's look at these rules of these tenses and try to understand it. Now let's look at past tense. Past tense expresses an action or situation that was started and finished in the past. The rules of these tense are simple past tense, subject plus V2 form of the verb plus object. Now let's look at past continuous tense. Its form is as follows: subject plus was or were plus V1 plus ing form of the verb plus object. Let's look at it. Now look at past perfect tense. Its form is like this: subject plus had plus V3 form of the verb plus object. Now look at past perfect continuous tense. Its form is like that: subject plus had plus been plus V1 form of the verb plus ing plus object. Now look at future tense. Future tense expresses an action or situation that will occur in the future. The rules of these tenses are: first of all, look at simple future. It's like this. Subject plus will or shall plus V1 form of the verb plus object. Now look at future continuous tense. Subject plus, you can write will or shall like that. Will or shall plus V1 plus ing form of the verb plus object. Now look at future perfect tense. Its form is like that. Subject plus will plus have plus V3 form of the verb plus object. Now look at future perfect continuous tense form. It's like that. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus V1 form of the verb plus ing plus object. Look at that in detail. Look at these forms of simple future, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. There are some variations in these four tenses. You have to look at it carefully and try to understand the differences. Now we can look at examples of these tenses and their definitions. First of all, look at present tense and their forms. First, look at simple present tense. Its example is I play football. Now look at present continuous tense. I am playing football. Now look at present perfect tense. I have played football. Now let's look at perfect continuous form of present tense, that is present perfect continuous, that is I have been playing football. Now look at the examples of past tense. First look at simple past tense. I played football. Now look at the example of past continuous. I was playing football. Then how it be in past perfect? I had played football. Now look at this past perfect continuous. I had been playing football. Now we can look at future tense. In future tense, it will be as I shall play football. Now look at future continuous. I shall playing football. Now look at future perfect form. I shall have played football. Then how to be in future perfect continuous form? It is like that. I shall have been playing football. Now look at this table and try to understand the differences. First of all, look at simple present tense example. Now look at present continuous forms example, then present perfect form, then present perfect continuous form. Like that, you have to look at past tense forms and also future tense forms. It is based on the rule that I have told just earlier. You have to look at this table. You can write it. That will help you in your exams. So try to understand it. These example of tenses and their definitions. It will help you in your future studies in English. How was your class? Do you like it? Let's rewind. Present tense. It is about an action that is happening right now. Past tense. It is about an action that is already happened. Future tense. That is about an action that is going to happen. These main three tenses are again classified into two. That is simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Then past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Also future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Then we studied their forms and also examples. You should revise it. You should rewind it. You want to study about their differences. Then That's about today. Thank you.